And we are live. What up, players? Welcome to episode two. Oh, shit. The mic is not the mic. All right. What up, players? Welcome to episode 213 of Player Life. It is Friday, the 28th of January here in Tokyo, Japan. And yeah, today we're going to talk about the insane hypocrisy of of modern women in regards to dating. It's just yeah, it's just crazy how these chicks are just exposing themselves. Well, it's good in a way. I mean, we have the internet, so they just tell on themselves, They expose themselves, they tell on themselves, they tell us everything we need to know. But it just blows my mind. Blows my mind how it really just may I can't understand how you could be a blue pill guy with all the information that's out there. I can't comprehend it. I can't comprehend the guys that still think that women are these angelic sweet creatures, that that can do no wrong. It's just funny, man. But I mean, the other thing is, it's just I think, although I think red pill awareness will grow, it's never gonna be. I don't know. It's never gonna be mainstream. I think Fresh and Fit probably. They're a pretty damn red pill, but I think they're as mainstream as it will get. I mean, they're getting pretty big. They already are pretty big, but I mean, they've been on Tim Pool. I guess you could say they're mainstream, but it's still gonna be. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be accepted by the wider population. But it is what it is. Still, more people are coming to it. More people are waking up. More people just like understand what the game really is. Because, like I said, women tell on themselves. Like, I mean, they're telling us, like, there's millions of women like exposing the reality of the dating game on social media. It's just I don't know. It's just fuck people who are still blue pill. Yeah, good luck. It's like people who still trust the government. Imagine still like trusting mainstream media and the government. Like after all what happened since the whole beer bug. Like, there's no saving you. Good luck. Like, it's over. Like, you're just blue pill for life. You're done. Um yeah, there's no saving you if you haven't woken up. If you still think that, if you still think that, the government has your best interests at heart, you still think it's a good idea to take an experimental jab, you know, there's no saving you. But yeah, I mean, talking about back to the topic at hand, talking about hypocrisy, hypocritical females. Yeah, it's just nuts. I mean, I mean, they make up all these dumb words, these dumb words for like fuck boys and stuff for guys that play the game. It's just because they're angry. They're angry that guys are able to play the game too. Because your average female, they all play the game way more than any guy plays the game. Like in Western females, like Western females are playing the game way more than your average male. Like, way more. Like, even like all females are spinning plates. Like, all females are spinning plates, and none of these females are single either. You're like, what? None of these females are single. None of them are single. None of these females are single. If they're on social media, why are they not single? Because they're advertising themselves. All like Instagram. We all know Instagram. Uh, these Instagram might as well be a Tinder. You know, all these social medias, like TikTok, whatever. Especially TikTok, Instagram. You know, whatever about the other social medias. But these two are basically they're advertising themselves. They're adverts higher value men to come in and swoop them up, to slide into their DMs. Like, they're not single. They say, "Oh, I have a boyfriend. I'm taken." You're not taken. You're keeping your options open. That's what a lot of guys don't understand. They don't understand that none of these girls are single, even if they have boyfriends. Like, they're not like, I'm sorry, they sorry. Let me correct myself. They're all single, even if they have boyfriends. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. um, you know, because they're advertising themselves on social media, and not only that, but like a lot of these girls are like, not only they're putting up butt pics, like putting up like insanely, you know, basically erotic, softcore erotic porn on Instagram. There's a lot of like softcore eroticism on Instagram, like a lot. Like, it's really like, you know, it's pretty much porn. Like, I mean, it's obviously they can't show like the genitalia, but they pretty much like, there's photos on Instagram that show everything but like the genitalia. Like, it's just slightly censored. They're slightly covered up, but like, you see butt cheeks, you see all the curves, you see them completely naked, but they're angled so that you can't see the pussy or whatever. Instagram's crazy. Instagram is crazy. Ntech1 says hello. Hello to you, my friend. Hope you are well. Hope you are good. Hope life is treating you well. Um, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It's just a weird time we live in. It's a weird time we live in, man. Fucking weird, man. Like, it's like it's hypergamy on full display, on full frontal. Like, it's just, how could you be blue pill? Like, I can't comprehend it. Um, I don't know. It's like the elephant in the room. How can you not see it? It's just right there. It's like, but sometimes, I mean, I kind of get it. I kind of get it a little bit, because, like, even when, I mean, thinking back to my old blue pill ways, um, it's kind of like, even though you're blue pill at the time, you still, you kind of, your gut tells you the truth. Like, you kind of know the truth internally, but this like outer layer blue pill conditioning, stops you from fully recognizing the truth. Um, you just, you're socially conditioned to think a certain way, and you think that you have to do the right thing and all this shit, all this extra shit, like taking girls on multiple dates before you even get a kiss and stuff. It's like, you know I've said it many times before, but it's I just think, thinking back to how I used to be, like whatever, like 7 8 8 years ago, when like, before I before I became fully red pill. Like, I'd feel guilty. I used to feel guilty about, like, making a move on the first date. I'd feel like, oh, I can't really do this. I mean, I'd go for the kiss or whatever, but I'd feel guilty about trying to get them back to my place. I used to, like, genuinely, like, I mean, I would feel like, oh, it's like, it's slimy, or I can't do this, or it's not right. Even, of course, I wanted to take them home, but it's just the blue pill conditioning was so, like, it was so, like, yeah, okay, it was strong. It's just, oh, you can't. It's just embedded into your brain that, oh, you can't try and smash on the first date. Like, it's just like, oh, you can't do that. It's so dumb. Like, it's such a dumb way to think. Like, on the contrary, like, it's the opposite in a lot of times. Sometimes, if when you behave that way, around women, when you're not trying to smash, it, like, the women become less attracted to you. Like, they're less attracted to you, and some of these women are coming out to have sex. Like, believe it or not, it's always like, oh, guys are always trying to get the box. We're always trying to smash. Of course we are. But some of these women, although they're not saying it, like, they're not verbalizing it. Oh, I want some dick. They're coming out. They're hoping in the back of their mind that they're gonna have sex that night, or on the date. You know, they're hoping for that. And when they don't get it, A lot of these girls will be spiteful about it, like like some of these girls come on dates, they don't necessarily have any aspirations to be in a relationship with you, or they're just basically trying to have fun. And if you come out with the blue pill mindset, and you're like, oh, I have to be a gentleman, and oh, I must buy my lady dinner, and show her, open the door for her, and all this fucking 17th century shit. These girls will be like, oh, this guy's a loser, this guy's too nice, like this guy's like it sounds fucked up, but it's so true. Like it's just like, oh, this guy's such like this guy's boring. He's not. I had one girl describe it as like, I remember one girl was complaining to me before about how one guy wouldn't make a move on her because she was salty as shit about it. She was salty as fuck because this guy, I don't know who the fuck he was, but apparently he was this famous actor in Japan, and he went on multiple dates with this girl apparently, and he refused. He didn't make a move on her, and she said to me, "Oh, he wouldn't attack me." And she was Japanese, by the way, so she was speaking English to me, but she used that word, and I was like, "What do you mean attack?" She was like, "He wouldn't attack me," and I was like, "Why would he attack you?" But I know I knew what she was trying to say, but I was like, I was just messing with her. But she was like, he wouldn't. Anyway, yeah, he basically wouldn't make a move on her. He wouldn't make a move on her. Um, yeah, I mean, so like, I mean, I don't know whether he was just too pussified, or he just he was just messing with her, or I don't know. Personally, I don't go on dates with girls. Like, I don't have girlfriends. So if I'm going on a date with a girl, or if I'm spending time with a girl, I'm trying to fuck. Like, I don't. Yeah, if I'm trying to socialize and have, hang out, I'm gonna be spending it with one of my guy friends. You know what I mean? I'm not. I just don't really, you know. I enjoy female company, but it's like I enjoy it more because it's like I'm trying to smash, like, So I just there's just not it's just not that fun. I'd rather spend time talking about, topics that I really enjoy talking about with my guy friends, rather than just spend like having a platonic relationship with some female. Like, what's the point? So this guy, who knows? I don't know. I don't know the story, but she used that word. She was like, he wouldn't attack. Girls want guys to make moves on them. They want guys to like make moves, but we're all told by society, oh, you have to get written permission. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get permission. Can I do this? Can I do that? Shut the fuck up. Don't ever ask that. Bullshit. You got to get implied consent. You don't say, oh, may I kiss you, my lady? She'd be like, this fucking loser. I'm going to, you know, it'll dry up her pussy so much. Like, they just think you're a pussy when you do shit like that. Like, forget all the media. Forget all that like Gillette fucking advert, white knighting, all this fucking gentleman shit. Pussy, they'll think you're a pussy if you're like, oh, may I do this? Oh, like, they're so full of shit. They're so full of shit, full of garbage, man. Like, I hate to be so harsh. Well, I don't hate to be harsh about it at all. I no, but the harsh reality of it is that these women, like, you cannot be. They say that like they want like you to be upfront, to be, oh, just tell them exactly what you want, like, just come to me and tell me, they want you to be honest about what you want. Do you want a relationship? You just want to have sex? Literally, the human race would die out if men were upfront and honest, because we're all out here trying to fuck. That's all we want. Of course we want a little extra. We want, some. Of course, it's nice to talk to a bitch after, and have a good conversation and all this shit. It's not like we're completely robotic and we're just like, we just want to fuck. Yeah, we do. We do. Don't get me wrong, we do. But um, just we cannot be that direct with these chicks. Like, with some of them you can. Like if they have very high interest in you and they're turned on, they're in the mood to bang, then sometimes you can be upfront. And yeah. N Tech One says, so when I come to Japan, I shouldn't be kind or a gentleman. It's not. It's not that. It's not that black and white, man. It's not that black and white, man. It's like a lot of guys get it kind of confused when it's like when they say, you know, chicks don't like nice guys, or it's not that you're a dickhead. Like it's not that you're like it's not that you're like aggressive or rude or this, that, and the other, but it's more when we say that women don't like nice guys, it's that what we really mean is that these women don't like guys that are pedestalizing them too much. So the bad boy, it's not that is a complete dickhead. It's just that he kind of puts his own needs first. Like he's unapologetic about his desire to seduce them and fuck them. That's so it's not that you can't be nice. Like let's not use the words nice. It's not that you can't be kind or a gentleman, but at the same time you have to be very kind of like you know you have to go after what you want unapologetically. Um, you can play it all kinds of ways, man. Everyone kind of finds their own style. Everyone has to find their own game style. Like you can be a savage. Like if you can be the gentleman and then be the savage. Under it. Um, kind of like the wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, but um. Beastly Nerd says she wanted him to tear that ass up, basically. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And I did. I did that night. I did. It was funny, actually. Yeah, I fucked her. Um, yeah, because when she started telling me that shit, it was like, I'm not. I'm gonna. She's basically telling me she wanted to get fucked. And y'all. I don't know if you guys have heard me say this before, but when a girl starts talking past dates, boyfriends, she starts bringing up other guys to you, or if she starts talking about sex, or starts talking about guys making moves on her, it's one or two things, and I stand by this. I haven't heard anyone else say this. It's kind of my thing, to be honest, but I claim it. It's either one or two things. When a girl starts talking about sex or past boyfriends, or one or two things. Either she wants to have sex with you, ASAP, or she's fucking with you and she's never gonna have sex with you. It's one or two things. So when she started bringing up that, like, oh, this guy he wouldn't make a move on me. I thought he was hot. I wanted him to make a move on me. I was like, this bitch is either fucking with me or she wants to fuck. So what did I do? I made my move on her. Like I thought, like I just made my move, started making out with her, took her out of her place, took her home, fucked her. That was it. She did. So time and time again, I've been proven right from my experiences with that theory, because I've just been on a lot of dates, guys. Like I've had a lot of experience with women, and it's time and time again. There's times when women will start bringing up guys to me on the date, and it's disrespectful, to be honest. So it's just I came to the conclusion that it's like they're either fucking with you or they want to fuck, you know. And there's been times where they bring up guys, and they bring up times where they've fucked other guys from Tinder and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, this bitch is like, this is mad disrespectful. Like we're on a date and she's talking about guys she fucked on Tinder. So like I'm gonna try and pull this bitch out here. And there's been times where you know, they don't come, and then I never see them again. So it's just I've experienced it. I understand what's going on. Basically, Nerd says she wants you to be a man about who you are and what your intentions are. Yeah, unapologetic about it. Um, It's not that you're like you go on a date and you're like, oh, I want to bang you. I want to have sex. You can't be that direct with 9 out of 10 women. You can't. It's just like women say they want you to be direct like that, but they don't. It's not. It's not like that. Um, but yeah, I mean, yeah. Back to the topic at hand. Hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy. I know this chick in Tokyo. I mean, I was out in a club on Saturday night, and there's this chick in Tokyo, and she's done the rounds. I haven't banged her. I'm not interested. But I know a lot of guys that have been there with her, and she gets around and this, that, and the other, and whatever. I don't give a fuck. She does her thing, but honestly, she's pretty fucking annoying. Um, Pretty fucking annoying. She's not ugly or anything, but she's also like around the. She's also at that wall phase of her life. And yeah, she still goes to clubs, and she's just one of those girls that's always there. If ever, I don't even go to clubs every weekend or anything, but I don't know, Tokyo, like the club scene, like the nightlife. It's only a small, very tiny percentage Japanese population that engage in that kind of thing. So you start to see this, even though Tokyo is a huge city with a crazy population, start to see the same faces, and she's one of those faces that's always there. And yeah, I know. Like I said, I know a bunch of guys that have smashed her, and but she knows me because I know those guys, and I've met her a few times, and yeah, she follows me on all. Like she even follow. Like I don't know. She found all my social media. She followed me and all that shit. Um, she followed like all my accounts, and anyway, so I was with my boy, and we're waiting for these two girls, two hot girls, because we had talked to them, and they went to the toilet, as girls do. They go off to the toilet to talk and like, oh, which one do you like and all this shit. So we're waiting for the two girls to come, and this girl that I'm talking about, she comes out. She comes up to my friend. She knows both of us, but she starts trying to pull my friend away, which pissed me off because we have a set. We're working on these two girls, and it's not that I was jealous of my friend, like her taking my friend. I did like he can have her. I didn't give a fuck, but like it was affecting the set that we were in. So I was like, yo, like I was basically telling her like, yo, we're waiting for these two girls. Just yeah, like we'll see you later or whatever. But like she kept trying to drag my friend away. And I was like, dude, like tell her to go away because like we have like these girls are way hotter, and it's gonna be a problem for me. It's always sometimes you need your other guy there with two girls, two hot girls, um because yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, she eventually left, and but she was just like a thorn. She was just a thorn, just an annoyance. Like she was cock blocking basically. She was straight up cock blocking, and yeah, but she was being annoying, and like literally cock blocking, like as well. Like I mean, throughout the night, there was other girls I was talking to. She'd come over, interfere. There was one time where she like dragged the girl away, and that was the last straw. Like there was one hot girl that was I was talking to, and she was very receptive, and she was into it, and she came up and she goes, "No, she's my friend," and dragged her away, and no, it was like complete, like way over the red line. I was like, I immediately just took out my phone. Like, I don't even like. There's no reason to have women like that in your life. Like literally, they're negative. There's women that can be in your life, and you can like you can at least be fucking them or getting something off them. This girl is there's no advantage to knowing her. Like I have no like there's nothing. There's not. She's like just a negative. There's no reason I want anything to do with her. So I just took out my phone, like blocked her on everything. I don't even like. I'm gonna ghost this bitch. Like if ever I see this bitch again, this bitch doesn't even exist to me anymore. Like I wasn't even fucking her. I was like I'm not. I never got. She is worthless. Like just a completely worthless person to me. Like, she offers nothing, no advantage to me. There's nothing I can get from this bitch. So I just like, and this that's the way you have to be around. Like if there's women in your life that are gonna cock block you and be a thorn in your side, she's not even in. She wasn't even in my life. She was just this girl that knows me, who like cock blocks me, just offers no advantage whatsoever. But just made me realize, this like some girls, like some, but some guys have girls like that that are they're so-called friends. Some guys have girls in their life that are so-called their friends. They're not their fucking friends. They're just like they're just going to be a negative in your life. They're just going to cock block you, annoy you. Like, plus you're not getting laid. So, like, I mean, female friends, man. Unless they're getting you laid, man. Like, what is the point? I don't believe in female friends anyway. If you're a straight male, but I mean, it can't work. I know a guy in Tokyo that he has female friends. He's not red pill like me, but he uses that word. But I can see the advantage because he makes it work in a way that he gets around her friends and then he bangs some of her friends and stuff like that. But it can work, it definitely can. But not this bitch. But anyway, not only that, back to the hypocrisy. So whatever. I linked up, with my boy on Sunday, and he told me that this fucking thorn had like called him up or something, and this is one of the guys that was banging her, had called him up and was like, saying, "Oh, Mac he shouldn't do like that in the club." And she was saying, she was basically telling him, "I shouldn't be approaching girls like I do." And it's like this little bitch, like the hypocrisy of this bitch is doing like, you know, man, these chicks, some chicks you just don't like. You just need to ghost them. Yeah, so she was saying that I shouldn't be hit. I shouldn't like she had a problem with this bitch had a problem with me hitting on girls in the club. That I don't even give a shit about. Like the audacity of these hoes. The audacity of these hoes. Like, what do you want me to do? Sit in the corner and fucking jerk off, you silly little bitch? Like you silly little fucking dumb bitch. Like seriously, like the audacity of these hoes, like calling up my friends, telling me like literally did nothing wrong. Like literally, rolling around the club, hitting up girls as you need to do. Um, well, there's different ways. Like I mean, you know, ideally, like in a club, like if you're in a club, like you can, like you kind of you don't want to be seen to like be hitting on every girl. Ideally, you kind of want to post up and kind of be like a spider, kind of snatching girls as they go by. Not literally snatching them, but you know, more low key shit. But sometimes if it's a hectic environment and it's a crazy club, it's not really gonna work. So you gotta bounce around. You gotta be active. But no, this bitch like completely pissed me off. Like seriously, what a fucking negative. Like complete negative. Like zero benefit in my life. Like get the fuck out of my like I don't even want to know you. Like get the fuck out. Like there's zero in I like there's no advantage to knowing you. Like a complete negative. Um but anyway, um yeah, I mean, today let's just you might have heard of the West Elm Caleb story, and it's about it's kind of about it's about this Chad in New York that was banging all these hoes, and it just shows the hypocrisy of modern women. These modern women are butthurt about a guy that is spinning plates, banging hoes, and they're doing the exact same thing. They're doing the exact same thing, probably even more than him. Who knows? I don't know. This guy, but let's just let me see. Intech One says, but what if I do want a girlfriend and to eventually marry? Because I will be moving to Japan for work and to live. So should I not be kind and take women on dates? I mean, it depends on what you want, man. I mean, I'm not saying you can't take women on dates. you can be kind or whatever, but have to be unapologetic about wanting to smash. Um, I mean, it's like if it's all about whatever you want. I'm not saying you can't take women on dates, but if you want a girlfriend, if you want to get married, that's a different kettle of fish about what I'm doing out here. I'm trying to live the player lifestyle, trying to like, you know, get with a lot of different kinds of women. Maybe in the future I might want to get married, but that's unlikely. It's unlikely. I just don't see the advantage of it. I mean, it's just like a boring. It's just like a boring lifestyle for me. You know, each to their own, man. You gotta figure out what you want. By the way, hit me up if you're coming to Japan. I can tell you, I can show you the ropes. Um, you know, either consider booking a consultation. Let you know what's up, because it's all, if you come to Japan, there's a lot to learn. About the nuances of dating over here. But let's check out this video.
You'll never see me again. I'm gonna make a video about this, but I feel like it's my duty as your Asian older sister to warn my New York City girls about this Caleb from West Elm ASAP. So in my recent video, I made a joke to call out this very tall Caleb I went on a date with in New York City, and it kind of went viral, but I kept having girls comment being like, is this the West Elm Caleb? And I'm like, who is this West Elm Caleb? And why do you guys keep asking that? Like, how do you guys all know this guy? I was so confused. But then I get a DM from a Caleb who says he's also very tall, and I click on his bio and it says West Elm Furniture Designer. And I was like, oh my God, is this him? But I ignore him as queens do. Then I get a girl DM me. Tells me that they've matched on Hinge before and that they were texting intensely for a while, and he is like love bombing her even though they've never met up before, like have not gone on a first date. And I'm like,
These chicks, it's like, oh, he's so tall. He's so tall. I mean, it's like these chicks, they'd say they just want a nice guy, looks don't matter, all this shit, but unfortunately, it does matter. And I make the argument that looks, in some ways, like looks matter more for women than they do for guys, because guys are willing to punch down, like just to get laid. Like guys are willing to punch way down, like way down, like don't get it twisted. Like these fucking obese whales that you see on social media, whatever, they can get laid. Like there's like, I think it's hard for guys to understand. Well, no, it's not. Like guys, you all basically know like how hard it is to get laid. If you're an average guy, like it's the thirst out there is pretty crazy. Like it's because we live in such a polarized dating market. It's very polarized. Like it's really polarized. Um, and yeah, it's just it's like there's just a small percentage of guys banging all the hoes, and this video kind of demonstrates that.
like, that is the biggest red flag out of all the red flags. Then, of course, he ghosts her. But the funniest part is this girl sends me a TikTok that another girl made.
By the way, love bombing, as far as I know, it's basically, it kind of means like it kind of means like it's like simping, but in a way which you like is like, what you're doing. You're simping, but you're trying to simp in a way that it's more devious. I think It's it's not as bad as regular simping. Yeah, that's as far as I know. That's my take. That's my hot take on what love bombing is. It's like trying to sell girls the dream. It's kind of like it's I think Chads can get away with it much more. Like if a dorky fucking nerd, like a dorky nerd guy tries to love bomb a girl, like she's gonna think, oh, he's a creep, he's a weirdo, he's needy. But if a Chad does it, that's kind of when it can be effective. If you get what I mean, like it's like, oh, selling them the dream, hitting them up every day, messaging them, sending them thoughtful things. You get me? That's what my hot take on love bombing is. But it's not gonna work if you're a fucking dork and a nerd and like you look like shit. Love bombing only works for chads. Okay. Um,
made gushing about her hinge date. And she tells me, she's like, I confirmed using my detective work that this is about West Elm Caleb. And the girl in the video is like head over heels, gushing about this guy. And it's like so giddy. And I'm like, oh my God, I recognize this girl. That used
gushing, gushing, like gushing. Her pussy's gushing. Like she enjoyed the date that much. Her pussy is like flowing, like is like a waterfall. These fucking hoes, man. They're fucking hilarious. Um, yeah, they'll gush over the chads and shit, and you know, yeah, I don't know.
to be me when I was stupid and naive. And I'm DMing this girl back, being like, oh my God, do we tell her? Maybe I am jumping to conclusions because I've only heard one story.
That used to be me when I was stupid and naive in her party days. Oh yeah, I'm not looking. I've had my fun. I've had my fun. I've already sucked a bunch of dicks on Tinder and all that. No, you have to. You can't get that now. You have to work hard for it. You have to take me on 4 dates, 5 dates, and then maybe I'll have sex with you. But it's not guaranteed. I may never have sex with you. It's just an interview. You have to go through all these fucking interviews. Like, yeah, it's just like as soon as girls hit the epiphany phase, it's just like dates. They just becomes like boring as fuck to date. It's just you're going on interviews. You're going on fucking interviews. Like right now, I'm at a point in my life where I don't meet girls unless they come to my area. And sometimes like I turn down dates with really hot girls, like because I stick to my guns. Because I know I've have so much. I've been on hundreds of dates. God, who knows? Maybe I've been on more than 1,000 dates at this point. But I know from all that experience, I know when a girl refuses to comply, when a girl doesn't come through, like doesn't make the effort to come to your area, the chances of having of smashing on that first date significantly decrease. And I'm just not interested in doing multiple dates with girls to get sex because I know I'm getting ripped off already, like by just having to do that. And I'm just so demotivated to go on a date. To be quite honest, I'm just not motivated enough to go on a date with a girl, knowing that I'm not going to have sex. Like it's just like there's no motivation there. It's just like I'm gonna have to take her somewhere. I'm gonna have to pay for drinks. It's gonna be annoying, and it's just gonna be effort, and it's gonna be frustrating, and you know, I'm gonna have to spend this time talking to her about shit, and
but I just feel like love bombing is the gateway red flag to all of the other red flags. And if that many girls are commenting about you on a TikTok, that just like doesn't look good. And this is why we need that app I just talked about where we can leave reviews of guys we've dated on Hinge. Because then I don't have to make this subtle video trying to warn this girl. I'm just gonna leave it up to the TikTok gods now. And if this
flip the script for a second. Imagine an application to leave reviews about guys that they dated. Imagine flipping the script. Like flip the script for 1 second. Imagine a guy's made an app for girls that they dated. Imagine how quick that would get cancelled, man. Imagine how quick the guys that did their lives will get ruined, man. Their lives will get ruined. There was some like big story in Ireland where these guys had a private group, a private group chat, on their messenger about the girls that they talk completely normal behavior. No apologies for this, by the way. They would talk about girls that they dated or get girls that they banged. This is what guys do. You can't stop that. You can't police that. Well, guess what happened? These guys got kicked out of college. This is the clown world that we live in. The fucking clown world. They call it nosy bastards. Somehow found out about this group chat and got them fucking expelled from the college. Probably did them a favor in the long run because universities and colleges are shit. But that's the kind of clown world that we live in. No apologies for that. Of course, guys are going to talk about girls that they dated. That's normal behavior. It's normal. Like what the fuck? And this dumb bitch is talking about making an app, leaving reviews, and then it'll be salary. Yeah, you go, girl. You go, boss bitch. Yeah, girl. These fucking hoes, man. The hypocrisy, the scumminess of these hoes, man. They're so hypocritical. Like they can't even listen to themselves. Just flip the script. These guys would they'd probably go to jail somehow. They'd probably get arrested for it. They're probably like these hoes get so many passes, man. They get so many passes.
This video shows up on your For You page and you happen to be dating a West Elm Caleb, consider yourself warned and maybe keep your guard up.
Hi. It's 2:15. I have to literally be ready to leave my apartment for this date before 3. I have like under an hour. That's all to say. This is.
By the way, I gotta say that's an L for West Elm Caleb for even going on it for even going on a date with this hoe. That is a fucking L, man. I'm sorry, but I respect the game, man. But why the fuck would he go on a date with this fucking bitch? Like, she is clearly a fucking. Yeah, let's just listen to her.
This is not what I'm wearing. It's 17 degrees. How am I supposed to look cute when it's 17 fucking degrees? Balaclava off. Okay, so my hands are too cold to do makeup right now. I have this t-shirt from Brandy Melville, which is disgusting of me. The unique heat. However, I have some matters to address. I don't know if everyone's even gonna know what I'm talking about. However, okay. POV, you're me scrolling on TikTok.
Man, her fucking animated, exaggerated, annoying fucking like, and they fucking piss me off. Jesus Christ, this girl! I can't even imagine going on a date with this girl. She just sounds so fucking annoying.
Talking about this guy named West Elm Caleb, and I go, shit, I've been seeing a West Elm Caleb. Whoa. And the video is like talking about how this guy's a history of ghosting people. The comment section is bad. So Caleb, the guy that confirming that, yes, I've seen the video talking about him, and that is the dude that I was seeing. So I guess people put 2 and 2 together. I was describing him as like a tall Midwest boy. That's the dude that was in the video, obviously. So I'm like, shit. So he texted me, we talk about it. And also I'm like DMing other girls too. Like they're telling me like what has happened. So that's all to say that God hates women. God,
this bitch is annoying. But seriously, I wasn't making up that story about the guys in the Irish university. They had a group chat. And they talked about chicks that they dated or smashed, and they got fucking expelled from the college. They got fucking these girls do. Of course, this is normal human behavior, but it's like it's only the guys that get punished for it. Girls do it all the time. And then they can talk about making apps for it and shit and leaving reviews on guys and exposing guys, and they get away with it scot-free. They're fucking double standards, man. It's so unsustainable, man. The double standards in Western society are so fucking unsustainable. These fucking hoes get so many passes, man. They're so fucking privileged. Like,
hates women. God hates women, and men are fans. God is now looking down at me wearing a Men Are Fans hat. He's bought the merch. He's wearing the hat. Because yeah, I was giddy. So the creator said that I was a giddy and naive of love bombing. I was giddy. Yeah, I was giddy because I thought I was uncursed of my bad dating life. However, the narrative is continuing that I am cursed with a bad dating life, right? Clearly. God gives me just shit to make content off of. I guess that's the narrative now. I don't really consider myself to be dumb and naive. I was very giddy in the video just because I was like that's kind of my style of TikTok. I have been love bombed before. This one guy told me he loved me on the third date, so I like don't think I'm naive, and I didn't really have any red flags with this guy. Like we didn't even kiss. Like I didn't get intimate, luckily, with him, so I don't feel like I am like devastated now. I'm devastated because I thought it was like going well. But yeah.
Third date, no kiss, man. Like, she thought it went well, dude. Like, if a girl doesn't, if a girl refuses, like, if you're not getting a kiss on the first date, like, what's the point in meeting them again? Like, if a girl like refuses to kiss, like doesn't allow me to kiss her on the first date, I'm not hitting that girl up again. I'm not like I'm like, what's the point? Like, what is the point? Like, I'm only trying to kiss you. Like, so how long is it gonna take to smash? Like, what? Like, if you're not gonna kiss, if the girl isn't gonna kiss you on the first date, like what? How? It's like, how much time am I gonna have to invest with this hoe to get to have sex with her? And that's why I'm fucking here. That's why I'm on the date. So like, we have to pretend that I'm here to get to know you and like, like all this extra shit. And it's like it's just like, what is the point? There's no motivation on my side to go on a date with a girl that doesn't at least let me kiss her. And that's if I want to kiss her, which obviously, if I'm on a date with a girl, I do, unless she's really fucking annoying. Um, and she's so fucking annoying that she turns me off that much that I just want to get out of there. But yeah, I mean, third date, no kiss, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. You're an idiot. You'd have to be a blue pill guy to be on and putting up with that shit. Like, what is the point? Like, why you're just getting like, no, just don't put up with that shit. Like, just don't date girls that don't allow you to at least fucking kiss them. What's the fucking point? Like, what's the point of being on a date? Like, it's stupid.
Yeah. So that's unfortunately the update, villains. Hello, villains. Mama Villain is back. Yesterday I was like, oh, I kind of respect privacy. Now, no. West Elm Caleb, let's get into the story time as a primary source, because now I'm seeing people trying to do timelines that are not involved in the matter, and I'm like, Kate, it's your duty as a woman to give this timeline. Okay, so let's get into it. So I matched with this boy.
Man, last time I say it, but I get the feeling, I think this bitch, she thinks her stupid animated face makes her somehow endearing. It just makes her look fucking annoying. But anyway.
Boy on Hinge last week. I was like, okay, another dude to add to my arsenal. It's fine. 6'4", like I'm 6 feet tall, so it's fairly hard to date. Whatever. We go on a date on Saturday.
Another dude to add to my arsenal. Okay? Okay, like, they're just telling on themselves. Do you understand? Like, they're just telling on themselves. All these women are spinning plates. So as a guy, you never ever need to feel guilty about banging multiple holes. Multiple multiple 304s. Okay? Never feel guilty, but they're all doing it. They're all doing it. Even even that nice innocent girl that you think so sweet, you think she's a unicorn, you think she's different. No, they're doing it. They're all going on these dates. They are being hoes, like, they are, man. It's the culture we live in. It can't be helped. It is the culture we live in. Like, it just is. It's permeated through society, and it's just what these women have like a severe advantage, like, compared to men. Women are at a huge advantage in the dating world, and it's and that's just due to human nature. That's just due to male nature and female nature, and you throw in technology, and they have just such a massive advantage. It's crazy in the dating world. So it's just comparing a man's dating experience to a woman's dating experience. It's like comparing like chalk and cheese. They're just two different things. Like, and it's funny because you're out. The funny thing is, your average girl will they fucking hate to admit that they have any kind of advantage in the dating marketplace. You don't believe me? Go next time you talk to a girl, say, bring up the subject and say, do you think it's as easy for guys to get laid as it is for women? And they'd be like, yeah, it's easy for guys to get laid. Guys can get laid so easily. Oh my God, it's so unfair. It's like, oh my God, it's so easy for guys to get laid. It's like they have no understanding that for a vast majority of guys, it's not easy at all to get laid. It's really not. Like if they jump through all these hoops, it's like crazy. There's no guarantee. They can go months on end without getting laid, even though they're trying. Like these women are so ignorant. It's like Tyson Fury, like the world heavyweight boxing champion, saying he has no advantage over this is crazy, but this is what it's like. It's like it would be like him saying he has no advantage over like some female fighter, like Amanda Nunes, some like small female fighter in the UFC. It's literally like that. Like it's literally that much of a disparity. Um, there's such a big difference, like when it comes to men and women using dating apps or just dating in general. It's massive. There's a massive difference. Like a woman theoretically can have sex 365 days a year. An average woman, she can have sex 365 days a year if she wants. If she's average, if she lives in the city, she can absolutely do that. For a man to do that it requires like not only like time and effort, but like it involves like skill too. Like for a man to be able to bang 365 days a year, but for an average woman, it doesn't. All she has to do is swipe right, arrange, tell guys to come to her place. It's that simple. There's no way a guy, like even a top shelf guy, it would be hard. It'd be very hard for a top shelf guy, 10 out of 10, to bang 365 days a year. It would be harder. Um.
This past Saturday, we get coffee, then we hang out again on Sunday, right? All this shit on TikTok went down on Monday, okay? So the dude and I are texting on Monday night just about dinner or something, and then I get tagged in this video on TikTok, and he knows after a second date that I do TikTok as a job. I get tagged in this. I'll tag the original creator so you guys can go watch it. So I watch the video, I freak out, rightfully so, because this is the dude that I've been going on a date with. Like, this is at like 6:30 on Monday. I get a text from Caleb, which I'm going to insert because I don't really give a fuck if this man lives or dies, if I'm going to be honest here. He just goes, I'm really upset. And I was like,
I don't give a fuck if this man lives or dies. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. What a fucking whore, man. What a bitch. Like these women, like, I don't think you understand the entitlement of these women. You don't understand the entitlement of these women. They feel so fucking entitled to men that they want to control men. They want to do this, that, and the other. Like, they want to be able to spin plates. These selfish little fucking 304s. These selfish little fucking solipsistic, narcissistic, like me, me, only me. I'm a queen. I'm a boss bitch. Oh, I'm this, that, and the other. These selfish little 304s, like they get so infuriated when they find out a guy is able to play the game, because they know that it's like inherently deep down, like they know that it's very hard for a guy to play the game. Like it's like if a guy can play the game, it's like he has something, and they hate that. Because they know for themselves it's like it doesn't require. Women know, like right under the surface, not even deep down, they know, like under the surface, that it requires no skill. It requires nothing for them to be able to like get laid. Like it's not special. Like, we all know the famous phrase. We all know the phrase, a key that can be opened by a lock that can be opened by many keys is a shitty lock, but a key that can open many locks is a special key. Like, and it's a perfect analogy. It's a perfect like proverb, because it's like literally it's like 100% spot on true. Like it's so like that, like proverb is so fucking like absolutely fucking true. Like there's literally like it's 100%, like it's 100% true. Like it's just, and you can say it over and over again, and it's a fact. Like if you're a guy that can smash a lot of pussy, you have something. You have some skill. Like you have some charisma. There's something about you. There's something special about you. Some guys get put down. pickup artists get put down for like being losers and shit like that. Oh, like having like smashing a lot of pussy. There's a low ROI on it. I'm not gonna lie about that. It makes you feel good, like it's fun, but there is a low ROI on it. But like the fact that you're able to do that, the fact that you're able to smash a lot of pussy, shows that there's something about you. You have like some kind of something about you that's good. Like you have a good aura about you. You have very good social skills, stuff like that. Um, so women know this, and they hate it. They fucking hate it. They hate it. They especially hate it when it gets revealed that they've been played. And this fucking bitch like says she doesn't care if he lives or dies. These selfish little bitches. You know, the thing that pisses me off most about like modern, like the myths about female nature. One of the biggest myths about female nature is that they are more compassionate than men. Like this is a myth. This is a fucking myth. Like pretty much the only um people that women are more compassionate to in general are their offspring. Like they're more compassionate and caring for their offspring. It's not that women are more compassionate and caring than men in any way. Um, a lot of time it's the opposite. Like women are solipsistic, they're narcissistic. It's the opposite of compassionate and caring. She says it herself. They're telling themselves she doesn't care if this guy lives or dies for dating her, for ghosting. Like you know what I mean? Like this is the kind of craziness.
What happened? This was right as I got tagged in the video, and I was like, I wonder if he knows, even though he's offline. And then he said, like, yeah, someone from work sent him this TikTok about West Elm Caleb. I had a few coworkers message me about it. So the time receipts of this, it's like 6:30 p.m. on a Monday. So then in that video, people are commenting like, is this about Kate Glaven's video? Me being Kate Glaven. So I start getting DMs on Instagram from other girls, which I'm going to insert here. I got a DM from a lovely girl named Kelly, and this is where things just hit the fan for me. So Kelly DMs me and she goes, hey, I know you've been on a few dates with Caleb, because she saw my videos and then saw that video by the other creator and like put together that it was about me. She said, I dated him for the past 6 weeks, sent me a playlist, blah, 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 blah. As you can imagine, I was like, oh, cool. All the shit that I was worried about. Like he told me he wasn't on Hinge.
Again, I just want to reiterate. Like let's just flip the script about this. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine the backlash if a bunch of guys, if this viral thing happened where a bunch like all these guys exposed a chick for being a 304, for being a garden tool? Can you imagine? All those guys would get cancelled. All those guys they'd probably get arrested. They'd probably they'd probably face criminal charges. There would be such backlash. Oh my God, you're exposing her. Oh, you're putting her details out in the line. How dare you? Oh, you're misogynist. Oh my God, the backlash will be insane. These women get a free pass. I'm not giving her a free pass. I mean, you can't these. It's just the hypocrisy is insane. Like it's just all you have to do to understand the hypocrisy is like flip the script. Like the backlash will be insane if these guys put out her information, her photos. Oh, this whore, I took her on dates. She didn't put out. She wasted my time. She's a bitch. Oh, I don't care if she dies. Fuck this bitch. Oh, that guy would lose his job. That guy would get fired. Fact, man. He would get in serious trouble, man. You understand? Like the fucking hypocrisy. The hypocrisy in Western society, it's unsustainable. It's not sustainable. It can't last. Like it cannot. Men and women cannot live in peace. Like when there's this levels of hypocrisy.
He deleted Hinge after we were talking. He wasn't on apps, ghosting. And this was like the timeline of her experience with West Elm Caleb was right, not, if not overlapping to mine. Now here's where it gets sick and twisted. Kelly saw in my video that my first date with Caleb was on Saturday. She woke up in Caleb's bed on Saturday. She was with Caleb Saturday morning. Caleb and I went on a date at 3 p.m. on Saturday. The audacity of a straight white man with a fucking mustache. The audacity. So as
this little silly bitch is the audacity of a straight white man. You went on a fucking date with him, you silly bitch. You silly little bitch. You're the one that went on a date with him. Now you're calling him a straight. What's wrong with being a straight white man, you silly little bitch? You're white yourself, you silly, silly bitch. Man, these women are just fucking annoying, to be honest, man. Like straight up, like these women are fucking annoying. Like the audacity of a straight white man. You fucking social justice silly bitch, man. Just fucking silly bitch heading her, man. Like seriously, man. How can anyone like these women? Like I don't know. We have to stop. Like I don't know. They have to be stopped. Like they seriously they just have to be stopped. This silly, silly bitch heading her, man. This silly fucking dumb smile on her. She like the audacity of him for what? For what? For spinning plates? You do the same thing, you silly bitch. You said you have an arsenal of guys. Like, and you definitely do. You're using these dating apps. You're going out and you're sucking dick, and you're on the CC. You're doing all this shit. Like, stop being a hypocrite. Stop being a hypocrite. Stop being butthurt. Right? You silly bitch. If apparently you're not gonna hook up with you're not even gonna give a guy a kiss after 3 dates, why the fuck would he spend any more time with you? You're wasting his time. All he wants to do is smash. There's nothing wrong with that. Men have to get over this idea like that, like there's anything wrong with wanting to smash. It's like fucking like 100% normal. Yeah, and there's fucking nothing wrong with being a straight white man either. You silly bitch. You're white yourself, you silly little fucking bitch.
Being this is the one I think who's most recently seen Caleb, I'm obviously texting him about this, like, you want to fucking explain all this? So he admits to ghosting Kelly. He admits to like ghosting everyone. But now I'm in this situation where like this man is like kind of confiding in me, but I'm also kind of like, fuck you, babes. Like this has not blown up on TikTok. Me doing TikTok for a job, he's like, is this gonna blow over? And I'm like, I honestly thought it was. I didn't realize this man was that shady, if I'm gonna be honest, when I'm like scrolling through the hashtag. So that's the update. So I'm here to confirm, yes, Caleb saw the original video in a timely fashion, like right after it was posted. He said someone from work sent it to him. I don't know if that's true or not true. I know he has a burner TikTok now, and he was commenting on the original video.
Shady about what? Shady about what? How is he shady? He's just a man playing the game. Like he's just a man that's playing the game. Like he's born, you know, he's given advantages. He's following his male nature, which is to smash a lot of have fun, you know, go on dates, try and smash women. It's perfectly normal. And these women complain about it, but they're the ones dating these guys. They're the ones that are going on dates with these guys. So they'll cry about it after when they get ghosted, but they're still the ones that want to go on dates with these guys. They're still the ones that want to suck these guys' dicks. So it's just like, you know, and these even this fucking I don't know what I call her, this average fucking annoying. This bitch is so annoying. It makes her way below average for me. I could not tolerate this bitch, like seriously. But you know, it's like you're the one. She's the one that's going on dates with this guy. You know, yeah. It's just like I mean, you can't even make this shit up. It's like women like this ignore, even though she's average and extremely annoying, obviously, clearly, really entitled, and obnoxious and narcissistic, all the worst kind of characteristics a person can have. You know, this kind of girl would ignore like 90% of men. She'd be like, "Oh, he's a creepy. Oh, he's weirdo. Oh, get away from me. Oh, you're harassing me. Oh, you're a straight white male. Oh, this, that, and the other. Shut the fuck up, you silly fucking bitch."
Ad is like Caleb sucks or something. And then he reactivated his design Instagram, which I also saw on Instagram. Obviously, it's like not Caleb Hunter. And yeah, took down his photos on LinkedIn, and the photo on the train tracks is not Caleb, but that's the West Elm Caleb. I can't believe the internet is eating it up. So solidarity to the girlies up.
Leave it up to the TikTok gods now, and if
Jesus fucking Christ, the smugness of that bitch, man. Like the smug. Yeah, okay, I'll try and get this guy canceled. Try and ruin his life for doing what? For dating girls and having sex. Like, what is wrong with that? He didn't do anything wrong, man. Like the smug, like just the smug arrogance of this bitch. Like
I can't believe the internet is eating it up. So solidarity to the girl.
solidarity, solidarity, you smug bitch, like you smug bitch, putting his information out there, like just guys, like can you? I have no sympathy for these bitches, like the opposite. I have contempt for these bitches because just what makes me so fucking angry about these bitches is that like if you flip the script, like the guys will get in serious trouble for this shit. Like you don't understand. Like if guys did this to women, they would get in serious trouble. But it's like celebrated by all these. Oh, it's like a big trend. Oh yeah, boss bitch. Oh you go girl. Oh my god, put his address up there. Where does he work? Oh, cancel his LinkedIn. Like destroy his business. Like these bitches are like they're so insufferable, man. They're such little entitled, privileged little fucking bitches, man. Like seriously, this shit brings out fucking rage in me, man, because it's like it's so like they're all like, oh, I want equality. Oh, I just want to be equal to a man. Oh, I'm so put down by the patriarchy. They have so many advantages. They get so many passes. They're so like they're given all this shit. They're given all these passes and told that they're boss bitches and they can be fat fucking hoes and told that they're beautiful and like all the mainstream's on their side, everything's on their side, and it's like no one calls them out. No one calls them out. Like and it's like they're pretty much like destroying. Uh, you know, you don't want to go too deep about it, but I think like this whole culture is just like it's like a cancer rotting the West. Like it's a cancer, man. It's like it's making men and women repulsive to each other. Like this kind of like I'm repulsed by this woman. Like I can't even comprehend being in a relationship with a woman like this. I can't even I would never do it. I would fight like I would I would rather die alone in a fucking cold, wet grave than be married to be in a relationship with a woman like this. Like, it's just like what's the point in living? Like. And that I don't know, but I think this is like the subversion of Western society. This could all be kind of I don't know if this is happening just naturally due to the invention of technology, but there's who's that the Russian Bezmenov, I think, that talked about the subversion of Western culture, and this is like kind of you know this could be a like a thought out strategy by the Chinese government, like to subvert to um turn men and women against each other to undermine Western society, and you could imagine it's been very successful so far because like even Elon Musk talked about population decline. It's like all throughout Western societies and the Western world the population is like declining, like because men and women are just repulsed by each other. Like they're not willing to get into relationships with each other because we're starting to hate each other, and I certainly hate the bitches like this. um you know
Leave it up to the TikTok gods now. And if this video shows up on your For You page and you happen to be dating a West Elm Caleb, consider yourself warned.
The way that I rushed to make this video, I also have a story about West Elm Caleb. So around Halloween, we matched on Hinge, and he was like love bombing to a T, messaging. And I was like, look, like my friends and I are going out for Halloween. Like, why don't you meet us so we can meet? And he was like, no, I want to meet in a wholesome way. That was the text I got, and I was like, okay. And so he was like, let's get coffee like the next day or whatever. And I was like, all right. Long story short, I'm waiting online.
West Elm Kellum knows what's up. Let's get coffee. Straight up, man. Like coffee or drinks. That's what I do. I don't take chicks to dinner, like or lunch or any of that extra shit. They don't deserve it. You don't know this bitch. You can't be just like buying them fucking dinner and lunch and all the shit. You like it's not that you're stingy. It's just that you don't like. It's just too fucking annoying taking these girls on it. Listen, when you are living the player lifestyle, it just becomes too fucking annoying taking because you're not going to smash every girl that you go on a date with. You're just not. So it's just there's just something about taking a girl to a nice dinner, being like trying to build rapport with her, buying her, getting all this like extra shit, 3-course meal, getting a nice dinner, and then getting a drinks after, and you pay for all that shit, and then they ghost you after. You're just setting yourself up for a fall when you're being too nice to, when you're being too accommodating for girls on the first date. So West Elm Caleb, you know what's up. Like coffee or drink on the first date. Like just get to know them, and then still try and smash. Like sometimes I eat out with the girls after we smash. Like if they're cool, if we get on, like if I enjoy their company, sometimes I'll go for food with them after. Like you know what I mean. But there's no like stop taking these girls on dinner dates. Like stop it. Like because a lot of these girls trying to finesse these guys out here. And when you're actually you're genuinely living the player lifestyle, you realize you can't be taking these girls on dinner dates all the time. I had a chance to meet a really hot girl last night. Uh, I met her out in the club at the weekend, Saturday night. She was fucking sexy. She was wearing this little mini skirt. Man, this girl, she was ratchet, but she was hot, man. Like honestly, I kind of like the ratchetness. She was wearing this little checkered like mini skirt, and she's wearing it. Man, this girl was so ratchet, but she was so hot, man. You don't understand it. But there was a pole in the club, and she was dancing on it. She was wearing a little G string. Man, this girl was she was so turned out. But I made out with her in the club, and we had a good time. But I couldn't end up taking her home. But she gave me an ultimatum yesterday. She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm free tonight. I was like, cool, good stuff. Let's meet in." I told her the name of my station. She was like, "Oh, that's too far. I can't come there." And then I said, I didn't just give up. I said, "Yo, are you sure you can't come? Like, I know a few places around here." Anyway, she refused to come, and she wanted me to come to a certain spot. Did I go? Of course I didn't go because she wanted to have dinner with me. I'm like, I'm not going to downgrade. Like that's the thing. I'm not going to downgrade from making out with a girl in a club like to like going on a dinner. Like it's just not worth it. So, you know.
At a bar, and he sends me a full mirror selfie with his face and his everything in it with his penis out. And I was like, one, that's very risky. Two, what the fuck? And then the next day proceeds to ghost me. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I deleted it. I'm not that type of person to hold on to news like that. And then the next month messages me again and goes, sorry, I was just afraid that you were going to use ADHD.
He sends her like a nude selfie, and she still deals with him, and she pretends that she's outraged by it. Like she obviously liked what she saw.
My body. I was like, huh?
I see. I like how he's flipping the script there. Like he's flipping the script. See, he's like, he sends her. He's obviously in good shape if he has the confidence to do that. He obviously has a good body, but I like how he flips the script and he goes like, "Oh, I was afraid you're gonna use me for my body." Um, by the way, these girls aren't hot at all. By the way, like these girls are not hot at all. Like really not. I'm sure he's probably the thing is like the thing about like real dogs is that like real players sometimes smash down too. To be honest, like, and I'm sure like there's a lot of girls like the kind of girls that will come forward and expose them. Like these girls are exposing themselves too. So the kind of girls that are willing to do this will be like, yeah, ratchet and turned out and shit. So it's like I'm sure this West Ham Caleb guy fucks like hot girls too, but the hot girls aren't gonna be the ones that like expose them, and they'll be too embarrassed. Like most girls should be too embarrassed to like expose their dating stories like this online, you know. So although these girls aren't hot, um, it's like trust me, like I've been there before too. Like I've smashed down too. So like you can't just like there's this thing like, oh, if like you're exposed, like you're seen to smash this girl that's not hot, like on the internet, it's like, oh, this guy, he fucks like ugly girls, or like he has no game. It's like real dogs don't give a fuck. Like real dogs are not picky eaters. Like to be honest, like seriously, like picky eaters. Like I'm not a picky eater, but I mean the thing is the other thing is like the more game you get, the more like choice you have, and then like you kind of the less you have to punch down. But you know, um, I can say these kind of things because I've been there, done that. Like I mean, I can kind of be honest about like the fact that I've punched down. It's like, oh, I've only fucked tens. I've only been with tens. It's like I'm not gonna cap like that. I'm not gonna pretend like bullshit. I'm a pretty honest guy.
Oh, we're getting coffee. And so he's texting me about like, girls see it and see that it's big and don't want anything else, and then it get used for my body. And I was like, I don't even know what to say to that. I was like, okay, like, sis, I know how it feels. Like, welcome to being a woman.
See, she doesn't even know what to say to that. She doesn't even know what to say that because it's like he's flipping the script. That's why it can be fun to flip the script every now and again. You flip the script. Girls get confused because they're like, it's this guy. I'd like to talk to him. He sounds like he has game, but you know, yeah.
And then he asked me on Snapchat, and I don't know why the fuck I was even entertaining giving him another chance. We were like, okay, maybe we'll get lunch or something. And I was like, maybe I'll give you a second to explain the audacity of yourself.
Women break rules for guys that they're attracted to and make rules for guys that they're not attracted to. So there's this guy is like sending like, nudes, which is like, not recommended. And she's still dealing with him. Why? Because she's attracted to him. It's like, I think Rollo Tomasi says, it's like women break rules for the alphas and break rules for the betas. It's not. It's actually different to that, really. It's really women break rules for guys that they're attracted to and make rules for guys that they're not attracted. It's not really, you could be super alpha and not necessarily be attractive to women. There's plenty of alpha guys out there that are not necessarily popular with women. It's that's kind of a, but
and then he asked me on Snapchat and I add it, and then it's another photo of his penis. And I was like, what the fuck? I texted, I was like, are you absolutely out of your mind? And then he ghosted me again. So that's my West.
She obviously liked what she saw, like, because she's still dealing with him. Like, it's fucking, she's exposing herself. Like, she's exposing herself for being thirsty and wanting, like, his Chad dick. Like, that's it's funny as shit. Like, but I don't even think these chicks, they have no self-awareness that they're exposing themselves. It's amazing. But it is fucking funny.
That's Caleb's story. He lives on the Upper East Side. You have been warned.
Again, exposing him, like telling him where he lives. Again, and I'll say it again and again, just flip the script. Imagine these guys put a woman's face out on the internet, put his information out, his name, everything, and said where she lived. Like, man, these guys will get in serious trouble, man. I don't even think you understand, like the hypocrisy, the insane double standards, man. Like, there's no like equality. Oh man, women just want to be equal to men. No, fuck the patriarchy. No, fuck you, bitch. Shut the fuck up, you fucking privileged hoe. Like, seriously.
Grab the wall, wiggle like you tryna make your ass fall off. Hella think I wanna smash them all now.
Okay, part 2. I'm so sorry this is taking so long. I could talk about this for hours after I did a whole synopsis on it. If you're my roommate or friends, you would know. So anyways, this man randomly is like going MIA, and I'm like asking if he wants to hang out. I'm like, hey, you want to hang out? You want to do anything? Meanwhile, he was like rushing me out of his home Saturday, and then refused to hang out with me on Sunday, because he was going on dates with other women. That was the kicker.
Just exposing themselves time and time again. They're saying that, she's openly admitting that she smashed him. She's in his home. Like, these chicks take no responsibility for the guys that they choose. Like, they have no idea that they're ignoring like 90% of guys. Like, they're only going for the top tier chads. you know, guys that they find attractive, yet they ignore like 90% of guys, and they don't, you know, they start looking to be victims and start crying about, you know, looking for sympathy when they fucking ignore 90% of the other nice guys. The guys that would actually be nice to them, and guys that would actually take them on dates and treat them like, you know, respectfully and shit. Um, and they're looking to be victims here for sucking and riding on Chad's dick. Um, and the funny thing is, a lot of these blue pill idiot guys, you know, a lot of these like will give them the sympathy because they're fucking nerds and they're dorks, and you know, they that's the way they've been conditioned. Um,
Going on dates with other women. That's why he couldn't hang out with me. But in his mind, he just needed the data online with other women.
Here's the hypocrisy again. Do you understand? Like, I obviously, like, I would, if I was to bet, I would straight up bet, like, I would bet like a lot of money that this girl was definitely dealing with other guys while she was dealing with this Caleb guy. It's just again like just the outrageous like hypocrisy. It's these women, like, don't get it twisted. Like, guys, these women are going on multiple dates as well. These women are coming over to your house on Friday night, smashing all night, and then they're going up and going on a date on Saturday evening with another guy. Or if not, they're going out meeting up with their girlfriends. They're going out and they're getting, you know, meeting other guys in the bar or in the club. Man, it's a fact. Like, it's how they're doing it. Like, they're 100% are doing it, but it's only guys that they're only criticizing guys for it. It's like when girls do it, it's like, oh, you go girl, you boss bitch, oh, you like, yes, like all these fucking retarded, like all this slang that they use, like all this fucking obnoxious, annoying, like loud, like all these phrases that they have, like, yeah, girl, oh, like just like vomit, like, you know. But you know, they're empowered to do it, and men are like, oh man, no, God, no. A guy is following his male imperative, which is completely natural to want to hook up with as many women as possible. This West End Caleb guy is just like taking advantage of the system that is in place. You know, he's a good-looking guy. He's tall. He can smash a lot of women. Why would he not? Like, of course he's gonna. Like, why would he not? But you know, women just get upset about it because they know that it's difficult for guys to do that. So they just like, they know that for them it's just not it's not difficult. It's like they understand that it requires nothing much special about them to be able to sleep with a lot of guys. But when a guy can do it, they know that he's special, and they're butthurt about it.
Also, this is no shade at women, because they all deserve to be dated. But I really, not this guy, but really, everybody deserves that. And I hope y'all find love. But I'm posting this not so y'all can like harass him, but just so you know that he's sus, and I don't want what happened to me to happen to anybody else or the thousands of other women in the comments. But this is him. And y'all might be like,
yeah, said it time and time again. Just flip the script. Imagine guys like revealing a girl's identity, revealing his name, revealing where he lives, like, and like, oh, she's a hoe. Like, you know, she didn't, you know, she did this, that, and the other. She wasted my time. Yeah, the guy would lose his job. He'd get harassed. He'd get like, dude, like this world I mean, Western society, it's unsustainable. Fuck Western society. Fuck these bitches. Like, you know, everything we're told, like, you know, like, oh, male privilege. No, it's the opposite. It's female privilege. It's like female privilege. That's what they have. Like, it's not male privilege, you know.
like, Kelly, what? This man? No, this man, he's got a mustache, a butt chin, and he's 6'4". And he'll tell you nice things about yourself that he later will ghost you for. But the point is,
she's trying to take digs at him. She's the fucking one that went on date. She's trying to criticize him at his looks after the fact, and she's the one that went on a date with him. She's the one that let him smash. She's the one that put out. No shame. These women have no shame.
Just avoid him, maybe if somebody's a therapist, can they recommend themselves to him? I tried to talk to him, call him out, and call him.
She's alpha widowed. She's still trying to contact him to this day. The silly little bitch. It's just so funny. Like these women think a guy like him needs a therapist. A therapist for what? For trying to smash some hoes? Like there's nothing wrong with that. It's completely normal. It's like it's as normal as eating. Having sex as a man is a biological need. Like going long periods without getting laid as a man is not like it's not natural. It's not good. Um, it's just like the like the desire to bang is more in the short term is more than the desire to eat. Like it's that much of desire. So women will never understand, like they'll never actually understand like how frustrating dating is for most men, like how intensely frustrating it is, all the fucking hoops that you have to jump through, all the different things that you have to do, and then it's not even guaranteed. If you just compare it to eating, like which is like I said, sex in the short term um is more desirable than eating. Like eating, like you have to eat to live, But so just compare it to, imagine going like finding someone to have dinner with, and you have to do all set up the date, and you're really hungry and you really want to eat, and you finally get to meet them, and then you're excited, you're waiting, you order your food, the waiter comes with the food, puts the food down in front of you, and just as you're about to start eating, the other person sitting across from you just like takes the food away from you and says, "Oh, not today. No, you can't eat today. Sorry, you have to go home now." It's an analogy, right? Of course, it's like, oh my god, you're comparing women to food. Shut the fuck up. It's fucking an analogy, right? But it's a legit analogy. I think it really is, like, because it's like you have to do all this extra shit as a man, and then it's still not even guaranteed, even though it's something you. That's why we're all this cap shit, like, oh, you're there. We just want to get to know. Just want to have a good time. Want to get to know you and all that shit. No, you're there to smash. Like you're there. You want your primary reason to meet a girl for a date is to have sex. That's the reality. Everything else is a plus or an extra or a negative. But I mean, it's not that you can't have fun talking to a girl on a date. You can. Like it's not like completely robotic and it's just there to smash and shit. But if the girl is cool, like you can still enjoy conversation and shit. But that doesn't take away from the fact that you're still primarily there to smash for intimacy. So this shit that you need a therapist because you want to smash, it's like, shut, these bitches don't understand men. Like they don't understand men. It's not that complicated. Men are not that complicated. We've nothing to apologize for wanting to smash.
But he was not about it at all. So ladies, if you're out there and you're praying for a tall man, because I'm a tall gal too, to walk into your life with a mustache, who's a little artsy, not a finance bro, make sure he goes to therapy. Make sure he goes to therapy. He doesn't have access to therapy, I'll send him a link. And I thought about not posting this and being like, you know what, Kelly, take the higher road. And then I realized he didn't call, text, or even try to apologize to me. So I said, no. The girlies need to know. The girlies of NYC need to know. Watch the snakes because they're watching you. Yeah.
There you have it. There you have it. Western societies, yeah. It's not like all like those girls, man. Those girls were exceedingly obnoxious. Like, god damn. Yeah, but yeah. It's just, I mean, it's good that these girls are exposing themselves, exposing the reality of female nature. Because although obviously not all girls are like this, it's like, although not all girls are as, obnoxious as that, it's like they're basically under the surface, they're kind of all like that, they're all gonna, even the girls that wouldn't expose themselves online like that, like, they'd be too embarrassed to put their face out and talk about their sex life and talk about their dating experience. They'd all like be agreeing with these girls, like, because the female alliance, um they'd all be agreeing. They'd make sure they're definitely all liking that, sharing that, and agreeing. Yeah, you go, girl. Oh my god, fuck this guy, Caleb. Oh my god, I want his dick, but I hate him so much. Oh my god, I want to suck him. Oh my god. There's, the funny thing is the guy is probably even more notorious and probably will get more pussy because of it, in a way, because there's no such thing as bad publicity in a way. It'd be like, oh my god, he's such a, girls would be like, oh my god, he's such a badass. Oh my god, he's such a bad boy. I want to suck his dick. Oh my god, I want his dick. Girls, man, you gotta, like, there's no room for niceness anymore. There's really not. Like, it's a, all's fair in love and war, man. Like, these, like, nah, it's just like, but it just goes to show, like, even the chads, like, will get exposed. Like even the chads, like, these girls will try and fuck over the chad guys as well. You know, that's what's interesting about this one. There's so many red pills in that, like, in that, like, exposure there, like, because yeah, girls are just telling on themselves. Girls are showing the outright, like, insane hypocrisy, because they're all doing the same thing. One of the girls said she had an arsenal of guys, like an arsenal. We'll add one guy to add to my arsenal. It's like, bitch, like, you're exposing a guy for playing the game, and yet you're doing the exact same thing. The exact same thing. And it's like, but the only difference is, like, it's in male nature to want to sleep with a lot of women. It's unnatural for women to sleep with a lot of men. It's like, it clearly, it's damaging to them, but it's not. It's like, it doesn't damage men whatsoever. A man doesn't get damaged from being with a lot of women. It's like, we just, it's just like a biological urge. Like, it's like a need. Like, it's an urge that we have. There's nothing, like, damaging about it. It doesn't damage us in any way, unless, yeah, I mean, obviously you can get STDs, but I mean, psychologically, it doesn't. Like, if a guy bangs a lot of hotties, it's not, he's got to be traumatized by banging a bunch of hotties. You know what I mean? But these women, they do get, like, they clearly get kind of messed up from you know being garden tools. It just become they. I mean, the studies have shown that they become, the chances of them being able to, like, sustain a long-term relationship with, the higher the number of guys that they've been with, the higher their notch count. The studies have shown that the chances of them getting into a successful relationship significantly diminish. Childs Brad says they thought they were exposing him, just gave him social proof and pre-selection. 100%, man. Like, that's actually the irony of it. Like, that's the funny thing about it. But they gave him pre-selection and social proof, and there's going to be other girls that were going to want in on it and see what he's about, or, oh my god, because girls love clout, man, especially Western girls, man. They you cannot underestimate the clout. How much clout will get you laid, man. It's pretty ridiculous. Like, these girls are, it's ridiculous. I mean, like, a kind of an anecdotal experience I have with it is, my friends, I've told it before, but I'll just mention it very quickly again. One of my friends here in Tokyo he's a DJ, and we've done some cold approach together before, done some sets together. A lot of time when we approach the girls, like, they'll be, sometimes, it depends on the girls we approach, obviously, but like, generally, people, the funny thing is, a lot of Japanese people, even non-Japanese people, even Americans, they ask us, are we twins? Even though we don't look alike. I guess we're just two white guys. We're the same height, same kind of build, but people are always, oh, you brothers or stuff, even though we don't look alike. But anyway, the point is, like, when we approach Japanese girls, they'll generally treat us kind of equally, because we're in their eyes, we're similar. Like, there's not, like, we're similar looking. like one isn't more better looking than the other. Like they would see us as equals, I guess. You know, but here's the difference. Whenever it comes to like exchanging contacts, or he'd always exchange the Instagram, and he's a DJ, so he has the clout. He has like 15,000 followers. He has like the cool photos and all the shit. Man, the difference in their reaction is amazing. Like their eyes light up. They start like giving him way more attention. I'm not like being butthurt about it all. I'm just giving an example of like how much clout matters. You know what I mean? Like it really, like, they really get excited about it. Like they get really excited about the fact that he's a DJ, and it doesn't even, he's not even a famous, he's not a famous DJ, but it's just like the image, like that, like that they think that he is like this mad clout, and then they get very excited about it. Um, but it's funny, man. Female nature. I mean, they get attracted to different things, Like for a man, it doesn't mean shit, really, Either she's hot or not, I mean, if she was a famous like modeler, it might be like, oh, a little bit of an extra feather in the cap. But it's like, who gives like, if she's hot, she's hot. You're gonna want to smash. You don't really care about how many Instagram followers she has. You know what I mean? As a man, you don't give a fuck how many Instagram followers she has. Like when it comes to just this sexual attraction to a woman, you're not like, oh my god, she is like, oh my god, she only has 200 followers. She must be a loser. If she's hot, you don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's how women think. Like if a guy, like, it's just funny, man. It's just funny. Women are like, if even and you exchange Instagram, this guy's a loser or something. It's like women are weird as shit with stuff like that. But then the opposite as well. Like if you have a lot of followers, you have really cool profile, cool photos, then like, oh my god, this guy's so cool. Oh my god, I need his dick. I need to suck his dick. I got you just, yeah. Fox San says the less the better. I mean, well, I mean, that's if you're talking about girlfriend, if you're looking to date these girls. But like if you're looking to smash, you really don't care if she has a lot or not any at all. I mean, you really don't care. Like, for when it comes to smashing, like when it comes to like, just if you're just looking to hook up, like I don't really care if these girls are hoes. Like I don't care. Like it doesn't bother me as long as she's hot. It's obviously a different story if you're looking to date them. Of course, you don't want them to be hoes. Then, like that's just a different topic, though. That's a different subject. But yeah, man, I don't know. That shit got me animated, riled up, because it's just like this shit needs to be exposed. Guys need to start like calling out the hypocrisy. Because like the reality is, it's like a struggle for most guys to get laid. Like it really is. And these girls going out shaming the guys that are getting laid, making it out like it's all guys, like this is a guy thing. Most guys can't even come close to doing what that Caleb guy was doing. Like they don't even ever experience like being with that many women, or it's like that's only a tiny percentage of guys that can do that. Because first of all, they don't understand female nature. They're blue pill. They're average. They're never going to experience like being with that many women, or having women pine or complain about them like that. But yeah, guys, I mean, like, comment, subscribe. Help me out. The algorithm. YouTube doesn't like this kind of content. Check out the links in the description. If you want to learn game, how I learn game, cold approach is the best way to do it. Hit me up for a consultation. Can sort you out and tell you exactly what you need to do to fix your dating life. So yeah, today is Friday, so I'll be back Monday 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Share the content, whatever, get it out there. So yeah, have a good weekend, guys. Peace out. Bye bye.